Today I want to talk about the different permissions you can allow in your MaestroConference social webinars. So the first thing to do is to find the permissions. You would click the View button and then go to the little gear icons that are in any of the views in MaestroConference. So let's go to the gear icon and let's go over to the Permissions tab and go through each one of these different permissions that individuals can have during the conference. So the first one is can move themselves into another breakout. So you can either allow yourself, everyone, the staff, or everyone to move in between their breakouts if you want. So if you have multiple breakouts that you've created, like different rooms for them to move in between, and you want them to be able to move in between, you can allow everyone to do that. You can also allow only the admin to do that, where you can kind of walk the rooms, or you can allow the staff to do that, where if you've got assistants, they can also walk in between the rooms and maybe help out people. So that's what that first permission allows. The second permission is can rename breakouts. So you as the admin can always rename breakouts to whatever you want, breakout Joey, Jared, and Steve, or something along those lines, or you can just simply call it breakout 1 or 2 or 3, like it's automatically named. You can also have the staff be allowed to rename breakouts, or everyone be allowed to rename breakouts, so teams can rename their breakouts if they want, Team Awesome, or Team, Bird, or Team Cat, or whatever they want to rename themselves. You can allow them to do that. You can also allow them to see each other's hands positions, and so what that means is the 1 through 5 raise hands icon, or on the keyboard or on the touch-tone phone, they can raise their hands and see what other people have. So in People View, for example, they'll see each other's hand position, what they voted or what they wanted to vote on, if you want them to be able to see that. The next is Enable Chat. That's automatically done. That'll enable the host chat, so individuals can type into the host chat box, and you as the host will be able to get that message and you'll be able to use it. The next one is Show Public Chat Window. So this is a chat window for everyone, so everyone can see those chats. So maybe you want them to keep a running dialogue. You click Everyone, so everyone has the ability to see kind of whatever chats you do. You can also just have the admin be able to do that, and that only allows the admin to chat to everyone. So it really depends on if you want to chat or let everybody chat. Next is Show Breakout Chat Window. So Breakout Chat Window is you can have breakouts have their own chat windows, so they can talk to each other, maybe send links or something along those lines. You can allow everyone to do that, or just the administrator or the staff to have that ability to talk to individuals in their breakout groups via a chat window. The next one is Show Document Panel. So what this is in the text editor section, you're going to have a bunch of documents that people are working on, and you can allow them to see all the different documents, and they can't necessarily move in between those different documents, but they can definitely see those different documents there. The next one is Can Create Breakouts. So this is really for an unconference event where people can create their own breakouts and using that breakout icon, and they can say, I want to break out about this and I want to talk about that. And it's really something that you have to create a whole event around. It's not something that we usually recommend just for kind of a regular session where you're putting people in breakouts, because you don't want them to be able to create their own breakouts. Next is Can Set Web Address in Breakouts. So this is really for if you've got interactive browser going with breakouts, they can set their own web address in breakouts and take people to different web addresses. Again, if you're going to let them do this, they need some explanation to do this, but you can have everyone be able to set the web address if they're showing people web pages or not. Then, of course, you need to save permissions whenever you're done doing that, and that is the permissions panel on the section on the control panel to kind of host your event.